And I'm David. What was that? Wow, Sarah's been going solo too many times in a row, you guys, and I don't even get to introduce myself before that logo hits. Cutting me right off there.
I did.
Let's not forget, look at
God.
that. Sarah and David.
I put your name on it at least this time. Oh my God. What a start to a equally as ridiculous finale we just watched.
Yes.
Hi, we're both here. What are we here for, David?
Well, we're here to talk about the finale of Celebrity Big Brother 3, which was like a weird season, but we're going to talk about all this stuff that happened in this final hour.
Okay, but first, if you're new to this channel, we are a hot mess. Yes. But hey, subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. How about it?
And we are on Patreon. Please go show me some love by subscribing to our Patreon.
Oh, okay? No. Now, David. No, jeez.
Patreon.com/Nerdtainment.
Yay.
We're over there. Yes.
Greetings. Hello, y'all.
Hi, everyone.
We had a finale. Shortest little finale I've ever seen.
Yeah, I know. It felt, I mean, truly, I really am used to the 2-hour format. And so 1 hour in and out was like, I mean, we didn't even have a Q&A with Todrick and Misha. It was just their speeches and then the vote. Which
is fine, except that we sat through a 2-hour episode on Friday where nothing happened.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. And then tonight they're like, let's just zip through the stuff that they could actually show.
I mean, we had Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and like Saturday was a clip show. It just was like, this season did not need to be this long, if we're being honest, but we finished it.
It was the shortest season, and we're like, it didn't need to be this long.
No,
could have ended a few weeks ago. We knew how it was going to end, and here we are.
Yeah.
The way that it ended. Yeah. Hello, thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you, Sheena123x2.
123 by 2. We're your two favorite people. That's so very lovely. So excited to see the BB Can 10 cast revealed. Yes, that was very exciting. We obviously didn't see it, but I saw people posting about it on the internet. Yes. Very excited for that. Also, Seth, thank you so much for the super chat.
Downing, come on.
Get out of here. You can't stay, but at least you dropped a super chat. Okay, thank you so much. What a season.
Yes.
Thanks to us. 3 cups. Yay! Woo. Nerdtainment 5 ever, because 4 is not long enough. Okay. Well, we just get a little bit. We don't need to see much here at the top because we know how this is going to go. It's not like who's going to take who.
Right.
No. So Todrick is just going to real quickly be like, hey, Cynthia, take me. Just in case.
I mean, it is nice to see, Todrick reveals to Cynthia that he's a super fan and he's seen every episode of every season. Okay, whatever. And she's like impressed, with how I had no idea. And wow, Cynthia's been a little bit clueless all season long. So she's
a little bit
impressed that he's, hid this secret. And she's like, you did so well. Wow, wow, wow. But then we do see, Todrick follows through as a super fan. This is like the final stage of the game. He is covering both of his bases. We don't see Misha do this, right? Go to Cynthia and try to make any kind of deal. Todrick's the only one who's like, Cynthia, if you do happen to win, I know it's probably not going to happen, but if you do, you should take me and not Misha. So it's nice to see that happen, from a game perspective.
Sure. He at least knows to try that. And she's, of course, going to do that anyway. So he didn't really even have to try, but he does. Yeah. Thank you for the super sticker.
Thank you, the CAC 16. We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you. So we're going to just get right into the HOH because this is what really matters.
Yeah.
Also, they all look gorgeous. They really do.
Oh, they really did bring it with this finale. Particularly, I would say Todrick and Cynthia. Misha's in like a lovely black dress and it's got some bling. The hair is done. Yeah. But like Cynthia's sparkle suit, my God, what a beautiful suit.
Gorgeous. Yeah. Looking very, very good. So HOH, they have to answer questions about the other house guests, which is fairly common. But what was interesting is some of them were things that they said versus, and then some of the questions are like, how many votes or on what day kind
How
of.
many comps did I
Yeah.
play? Was I the first person to win veto and HOH? You know.
The difference was if it's something factual,
Mhm.
Todrick could know it, maybe.
Maybe.
But if it was something you said, Todrick was like, "What? Other people were talking?
I don't listen when other people are talking." So that's tough.
Was I supposed to listen
For
to
me.
their speeches?
Mhm.
Or
And I think like it was really like Teddy and Mariah, I would say, that I noticed. It was all about what they said because they weren't in the game long enough to have really
true.
done anything, you know?
Mhm,
So it really was just like, what were the words that came out of my mouth? And Todrick does not know these things. Cynthia gets one of them right.
Yeah, Cynthia and Misha got the very first one right.
Mhm.
Then Misha's going to get the second one right.
Yes.
Then Todrick and Misha are going to get the third one right.
And then what happened?
And then nobody knows anything for
No.
the next 3 questions.
You know who did though? Sarah Atwood.
Surprisingly, I
Yeah.
actually knew those 3 that they didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know the other ones, so just to be fair.
Yeah.
They didn't know that. And so at this point, Julie's like, I'm done with you guys.
No, literally wrap it up.
She said there's no point in continuing.
Yeah. We don't even have to finish this competition.
Same. Julie
Misha has won the
Misha,
final
give it to
HOH.
Misha. Like,
Yeah.
what is even,
Truly.
what are we doing here?
Yeah.
So Misha's going to win.
I mean,
Okay,
congrats to Misha.
Yes.
Look, like I think, I don't want to speak for you, but going into this final 3, I was like, God, wouldn't it be lovely if Cynthia pulled something out? But knowing that wasn't going to happen, I was like, Misha deserves to win.
Yeah.
You know, like she has a resume unlike anybody else. So
No,
I was just like, okay, she won again. Great. Give her the check. Like,
Yeah.
let's do it.
I'm full on rooting for Misha,
Yeah.
especially after Monday's double eviction. Like, no one else deserves to win this game, honestly, except for Misha. So it's very fitting that she gets to go ahead and get this HOH and make the choice, which is not going to be a hard choice.
Right.
Now we've got Cynthia rambling on. Why? She's not choosing you, and you know this.
Yeah. But she gives, her best attempt at a speech here where she's like, I feel like a winner just by making it to the final 3. And you're probably not going to bring me, but if you did, that'd be amazing. But, thank you for the amazing ride kind of a thing. She's basically just grateful to be there.
Yep. And then Todrick's like, hi, dearest, ride or die.
Yeah.
It's me, Todrick.
Mm-hmm.
You're Derek to your Cody. And
no, you're Cody to your Derek is really how it is.
Is that how it is? Okay. He inferred that they were Derek and Cody. And he was like, hey, remember me? And she was like, of course I do. You're staying, Cynthia. You're going to have to go.
Yeah. He's saying how much he loves her and how different they are, and how they're sort of like a model for what society should be. Like,
if we
I'm black,
had
you're white, I'm gay,
more
you're straight.
Mishas and Todricks in the world.
The world would be a better place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like I feel like Todrick would do better on a regular season of Big Brother than on the season of Celebrity Big Brother, because he thinks about the game like a super fan, and these celebrities are just not playing the same kind of game. So I think if this were a regular season of Big Brother, we'd be like, decent speech, but I just have such a bad taste in my mouth with Todrick from this season that I'm like, okay, moving on.
So Cynthia's like, what do I do? Do I go out the door? Where do I go? Let me grab my makeup bag.
Yeah. Am I supposed to leave now? And Julie's like, come on out.
She's
Cynthia,
like,
leave
listen
the house.
to the sound of my voice this way. And I was like, just one more time. We had to have a celeb just being like, I don't know.
Where am I? Yeah.
What do we
and
do?
Then Misha on the way out is like, if you wouldn't mind, just hold the door open wide for a minute. Like, that's how this works.
You're about to be out there. It doesn't matter. Okay. Anyway, so Cynthia's going to go out there and talk to Julie and whatever it is.
Yeah. I mean, she admits that she would have taken Todrick, which is like, just don't say it out loud. Like, we know that you feel that way, but
she still is living in that bubble.
Yeah, she doesn't get it.
She's like, I just have a soft spot for Todrick. Love him so much.
He helped me after Carson left.
Yep. So yeah, she's still, Carson hasn't been able to get to her yet and give her the truth.
That's right.
But let's get to the exciting stuff.
Yeah, because Carson did see the truth. And when we get to the jury, first of all, it's like 7 or whatever time it is. It's like 35 minutes past the hour.
Yes.
Sarah's like, how much time are we going to talk to the jury here?
we only have 20 minutes. Like, what is going to happen here?
Yeah.
And it went by really, really quick. We basically just got Carson's apology to Shayna.
Yeah, which I appreciated. And I think Shayna appreciated.
Absolutely. He had already said it online, but he said he wanted to do it on the show as well. And he did. And she forgave him publicly as well on the show. So got that out of the way.
And she also just looks to be feeling much better about the whole situation.
Right.
Like she's just had some time to decompress and be like, it's not that big a deal. It's Celebrity Big Brother or whatever. But she's like, thank you, Carson, for saying that. And, you know, I hope that she is aware, having been out in the open for a while now, of how much we loved watching her and felt like she was playing a great game. And like, I hope that means more to her than, you know, whatever ended up happening to her in the house.
Yeah, it sounds like being able to talk to the other evicted house guests and have everyone kind of be on the same page of like, wow, had no idea what was happening, you know, behind closed doors. Apologies, you know, they could all sort of commiserate together. And so I feel like the jury is going to be okay.
Yeah.
That group of celebs. But then they're like, let's bring out Cynthia.
Yeah.
And let's get to the final two.
Yeah. I mean, they, you know, they do their best acting as celebrities to be like, oh, Cynthia, oh no, we're happy to see you, but not happy to see you. You know, like it's a lot of that, even though I feel like they all had to know that it was going to be Misha and Todrick most likely sitting in the final two together. But they, you know.
I guess they had that little hope.
Yeah,
you know, hope that Cynthia would be in it, but no, it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah. I also loved looking at the jury because Lamar's in the front row.
Yeah.
A giant. Feet flat on the floor. Everybody else has their feet perched up on, you know, the little bar.
Like, and there's like this much below the bar in the floor.
His knees would have like been in his chin if he had his feet on that bar. It was very funny to see that.
They all looked amazing as well.
Yeah.
Stunning, gorgeous, everybody.
Yep.
And okay, they don't get to ask questions. And I too was annoyed by this.
Yes. I was like, give us a 90-minute finale or something at least.
After all of these 2-hour shows, we don't get Q&A from the jury.
I don't know if it really would have made any difference.
It doesn't, because the jury was like, we hear you people screaming at your televisions right now. We're going to make it very clear when we vote. And they did. And I appreciated all of the delicious shade that came our way.
I mean, listen, as soon as that fan vote opened up, Sarah and I were on it. We both voted so early that it was too early.
It was too early.
We had to vote again to get that auto reply prompt back saying like, thank you for voting. But we were right there voting A for Misha Tate.
Okay? Look, we knew it wasn't going to be a tie.
Yeah.
But just in case our voices were heard, we voted for Misha in case it was going to be tied. But okay, so Misha has a fine speech. She's like, look, I played a game and I hope my daughter's proud of me.
That's right. Great. And she was there to play for the girls. Yeah. Something about painting her nails blue. I didn't really follow what that meant. But she mentioned like honesty and integrity. And I buy that from her way more than I would from Todrick, right? Like, I definitely think Misha was like sneaking around a little bit.
Sure.
But for the most part, I think she made pretty clear where she stood in this house. And she followed through on those things, you know?
Yeah.
She picked she didn't like play both sides, you know, in the way that Todrick did. So if she is, you know, basing her game on this honest and, you know, what is the version of integrity? Integrous?
Sure. Anyway,
whatever.
We don't need to hear the word integrity
for her
ever again. Doesn't deserve or belong to be in this game. Get it out of your vocabulary. But anyway, her speech, fine, normal, whatever.
Yeah.
Todrick's speech, though, this is what I found interesting because Todrick, first off, Cookout inspired him.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you are a super fan who has seen every episode of every show when you heard about the Cookout on Facebook. But anyway, Cookout inspired him.
Yes.
And he knows how to win.
That's what he said.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
And personality aside, he played a really good strategic game.
Yes.
But he never once took jury management into consideration. No. And it was like week 2 when I saw that goodbye message, I believe, to Chris Kattan that was unnecessarily sassy.
Christopher Patrick.
Thank you. And I was like, oh no, he doesn't know about jury management.
These people are voting for you in the end.
So I would argue that you do not know how to win, Todrick. I think that was a huge misstep.
You know how to make it to final 2. You know how to stay in the house for the entire game.
Yeah.
But in terms of winning the jury over, and again, I come back to, like, I think the game that he played is better suited for regular Big Brother. The celebs do not respond to, like, I outsmarted you, I outplayed you. Like, they don't like that. They want to play nice and be honest. It's one of the reasons that I don't love Celebrity Big Brother compared to Real Big Brother, because they're just playing a different game.
Right.
But Todrick
for their brands.
Yeah, and Todrick is out there like, I was a part of every single eviction. That's not something you want to say to a group of celebrities who are voting for you. And, you know, bragging that he's the only person who's ever been on the block. There just was, like, not a lot of humility in his speech, and the celeb version of this game doesn't respond well to that. So
right. But I mean, I think it's along the lines of Paul. Like,
yeah,
Paul played a decent game, but he did not understand how to get someone to vote for you. And that's just how I feel Todrick played. So I was shocked when he said, and I know how to win it. And I was like, oh God, I don't think you do.
You're playing a different game.
But
then we get no Q&A.
No like Q&A. Mm-hmm. But boy, did the jury give it to us.
Yes.
Who was the first person? Teddy. Teddy says, I'll just vote for the lesser of 2 evils. Thank you.
We know which one that is.
Yes, we do.
Thank you. That's 1 for Misha, if we're keeping track.
Yes.
Okay. Mariah is like, beast in competitions. Boom. Misha.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mariah.
Chris Kirkpatrick's going to be like, you know what? This is for my son.
Boom. 3 for Misha.
We know what that means.
Shayna says, this vote ensures that I will never have to hear your voice again.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
4 for Misha, if we're keeping track. Yes.
Then of course, like, by the time, you know, Cynthia's like, this person helped me. We knew.
Yeah.
She was going to be the one.
Mm-hmm. The one Todrick vote. She just didn't have that.
She didn't know.
She didn't have the context.
Yeah.
Yet everybody else had the context. You know, Lamar's saying, like, I got a tattoo this morning. And I'm picking the person who looks like that tattoo or something like that. Okay.
Oh, I can't wait to see his tattoo. Do we know what his tattoo looks like?
I don't know. I haven't seen.
Someone who looks like the tattoo, so it's not a snake.
Maybe he got a tattoo of Misha.
Okay. Maybe he got a tattoo of, like, boxing gloves.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
I imagine it was more like something in a positive tone. I don't know. I would love to see the tattoo. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Was there any other ones that you liked?
Todd was like, I watched the live feeds and I will be casting my vote accordingly. It just was like, so
good.
To me, Carson and Lamar were the only 2 where I was like, it's not 100% clear who they're voting for. Everybody else I knew. So we were so, like, you even tweeted out, predicted, like, it's going to be 7-1 Misha, I think. And then when they came back from commercial break, we were like, start with Cynthia. Show us that one Todrick vote. And then sure enough.
They're like, yeah, we got to start there. So we can have that one. Yeah, you know, Carson's going to still be polite. His brand is very,
for sure.
kindness. So, but I was pretty sure he was not voting for Todrick.
Yeah. Well, and I think Todrick knew too, because we both clock Todrick getting up and walking away right before we go to commercial.
Yeah, right before. He just needed to step away. I think he got the message. Of course, he's probably very confused on why people are so upset with him or whatever. But yeah, so Julie's going to start with that one vote for Todrick. And then the rest are going to be Misha, as we thought. And then the 2 walk out. And the celebrities do not budge.
No, they stay seated. The confetti pops, right? There's no audience, obviously, so the energy is like lower than we're used to. But the celebrities just sit there and look at them. Because guess what? These two each made one friend in that house, and it is the other. Okay? None of these celebrities are interested in hugging them, touching them, seeing them, congratulating them, nothing. To the point where Julie Chen Moonves has to be like, y'all can get up now.
And they're like, oh.
Yeah.
That's okay. We're good.
Yeah. Do we have to?
So they just stand because I think Mariah was the only one who was like, okay, I guess I'll go hug them and say congratulations. The tension was so awkward. It was just a vibe.
Because I think Mariah genuinely probably still does like Misha because, you know, Misha kind of brought her into this like athletes alliance. And Mariah just had weirdness with the house generally. She wasn't connecting with anybody. So she probably was like, I like Misha better than the rest of you people here. I have nothing in common with you. And at least we're both. I did see Mariah go and hug Misha. But it just was so awkward. They got up and they're just kind of standing there. There's not a lot of like, oh my God, so happy to see you. Congrats, so happy for you. Nothing. It's the most awkward finish I've ever seen.
It was amazing. It made me stand up and scream.
Yeah.
I think we both were like, wow!
Yeah. It was wild to see. Yeah.
They did it like confetti is flying.
Yeah.
Misha's like, oh, it's my family.
Her family, waving at her family.
And then they just stand there because there's zero fanfare.
Yeah.
It is so. And then we come back for America's Favorite House Guest. And before we get into that, we like see like this group over here. Then just Todrick and Misha. And then this group over there. Yeah. It was still so awkward.
Not lifelong friends, this group of celebrities, you know?
So, all right, you guys, we both voted for Shayna.
Yeah.
For multiple days.
Yeah.
And I know that the internet was voting for Shayna as well, but we have to remember every year that the Twitter group,
it's a bubble.
It's a small little bubble. We feel loud.
Yeah.
But the amount of people who just watch the TV show and don't get on Twitter to rant and rave is actually a larger population.
And Carson is, to me, so far and away the obvious choice when you take that into consideration. Like, yes, we all rallied behind Shayna.
Yeah.
And that was great. But like, other than us as super fans being like, they did her dirty and we want to show Todrick and Misha, the rest of America's not thinking that way. And I don't think that Shayna came across like especially likable in the way that Carson did, right? Like Carson was just like a gem and like diary room gold. That's the kind of stuff that people want to vote for.
Yeah. And he was going to be America's Favorite House Guest no matter what. Like when the Shayna thing happened and we all rallied behind her was the first time it shifted off of Carson at all. But it's still, so I totally understand why Carson won. I would have voted for him if we hadn't been trying to prove a point about Shayna. But I think we still got the point because she read the top three.
Yeah.
And it was Lamar, Shayna, and Carson. And that's exactly who we all loved.
Yes, exactly.
And so I think we still kind of got our point across.
We did.
Yeah.
We did, yes. Because remember, Ross Matthews finished second and won America's Favorite House Guest. So if Todrick were in the running, he would have been in the running. So that also sends a message, right? That Shayna's in the top three and Todrick is not. So I think we got our point across.
Okay, TD, thank you so much for the super chat. And you have info. Lamar's tattoo is a reference to Kobe Bryant and his Mamba mentality. Okay, Kobe's right. Yes, I know his nickname.
Isn't a Mamba a snake?
I don't know, but I know that that's Kobe's nickname.
Okay. But you literally earlier, I just think that's funny because you literally earlier were like, well, we know his tattoo is not a snake because that would be more like Todrick. But maybe it actually is a snake. I don't know. But thank you, TD McIntyre, for that intel.
So the tattoo is Mamba or Black Mamba or something in that regards, which is lovely. And he did talk about Kobe quite a bit in the house. So maybe he was feeling that.
Yeah.
But yeah. if you're gonna look for somebody with that mentality, it would definitely be more Misha
Mhm.
than Anyway,
Yeah.
Fred, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you.
When does Survivor start?
March 9th, Fred.
March
And we got a
9th.
cast video coming soon.
Coming at you very, very soon. Stay tuned for that cast. And also BB Canada starts next week.
Yeah.
The cast was released tonight during the commercials, as we said earlier, which is very exciting about that. So hilarious things did happen in this finale.
Mm-hmm.
But per this whole season, they were unintentional, just ridiculous, funny things that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, remember in the beginning when Lamar was like, "Where do I go? Do I sit down? Do I walk her out?
I know.
What do I do?"
So clueless.
It's that kind of stuff that I really did enjoy this season. Those were the highlights.
Yeah, truly. And I think ultimately, like, we weren't necessarily rooting for Misha because, it was a little bit of a one-sided, boring season. But, like, she played a really good game.
Yes.
She did ultimately deserve to win this season of Celebrity Big Brother, whether we were rooting for her or not. And third female winner in a row for Celebrity Big Brother.
All 3 seasons.
3 for 3. So,
woman. Yeah. What did you just say before that?
Even if we weren't rooting for Misha, she deserved to win.
Misha absolutely deserved to win. She played like just a comp beast from the get-go when in that first HOH. It's just not as exciting for us to watch one person win everything.
We want an underdog story. Yeah.
We want to see some back and forth. We want to see the other side, like give them a little run for their money.
Yeah.
And then she could still ultimately win. But we just wanted to see that. We missed that this season.
Right.
But I really enjoyed watching Carson.
Yeah.
I loved getting to know Shayna.
Yes.
I loved seeing Lamar again. I used to watch him back in the Kardashian days.
I got to tell you, too, I was shocked at Chris Kirkpatrick and how much he was playing the game and in it to win it strategically.
Now I know who Chris Kirkpatrick is. Todd Bridges. I'm so excited to see him.
Yeah, he had such a good end game. Todd Bridges.
He did.
Maybe the napping was a strategy early on in the game, and then he came alive for when it mattered,
And I really love Todd and Lamar's relationship.
Yeah.
Sober coach. They're going to be together forever. So there was a lot of lovely things that came out of the season, even though it wasn't like our traditional favorite season of Big Brother. But yay! Yes. Congratulations, Misha.
Congrats.
And congratulations, Carson, for America's Favorite House Guest. But also congratulations to Shanna and Lamar for them as well.
Yes. Congratulations to Cynthia, to Chris Kattan, to
oh my god, Chris Kattan. They brought him out for like 2 minutes on the stage. Like what?
Yeah.
What was that?
They're like, he's back. He's still not voting.
He's not voting, guys.
But he did agree to show up.
But he's here?
Yeah.
I mean, it was good to see him. But he's like, why am I here? Why?
He's like, I am being held hostage.
He's like, yeah. He's like, they wouldn't give me my check if I didn't show up.
Yeah.
So, okay. You guys in the chat, we love you so much. Thank you for being here all season long.
Yes, and
before we ask about comments, let's talk about what's coming up.
Let's talk about it.
Tomorrow night will be our Amazing Race,
which is on right now.
It's on right now.
Yes.
We will watch it later. We will recap it tomorrow night, so please be here for that.
Please, yes.
We will be dropping a Survivor 42 cast assessment at some point next week.
Yep.
Also next week, premiere of BB Can.
Yes. So next week, it's not the finale of Amazing Race yet. That's on the 9th.
No, next week is
next week is the finale.
Next week's the finale.
Okay, so we've got the finale of Amazing Race next week and the premiere of BB Can next week. Big week.
Big week next week. Okay. That's what's happening next week.
Yeah.
And then the following week will
premiere
be Survivor.
Oh my God. Exciting stuff. Yes.
So much happening. Thank you so much for the support so far. Stick with us. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, for those of you who join us later and leave, your thoughts in the comments, we appreciate all of you as well. And please do leave us a comment and let us know what you thought of Misha winning, the vote, the 7-1 vote, the America's Favorite House Guest results, all the thoughts on this finale and this season generally. We want to hear what you think about everything.
Yes. If you are new to BB Can, there is a site called videobrother.net.
Yes.
That's where you watch
That's your
it.
friend.
If you have any other questions, go to hamsterwatch.com. She keeps a list of where you can watch it. It will not be on Paramount Plus. So you got to find those things. But Hamster Watch will hook you up. So check out over there. Okay, you guys, have a wonderful evening. We'll see you next time.
Okay, bye.